Hello, hello. You're watching Trending with the Tennessee Tribune. I'm Ashley Northington, the agency director and founder at DENOR Brands and Public Relations. I'm here on behalf of the Tennessee Tribune with Ms. Representative Brenda Gilmore, a candidate for Senate Seat District 19. We're here to learn more about the candidates running for office so that you can be informed about the issues that matter to you most. So let's jump right into it. Representative Gilmore, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thanks for this opportunity.
Yes, so what I'd love for you to do is to share with the viewers, just introduce yourself and tell them why you're running for this seat.
Okay, good. Well, of course, my name is Brenda Gilmore. I'm presently a state representative. I'm exactly in my 10th year being a state representative. I've served 8 years as a Metro Councilwoman. I want to take that same level of enthusiasm, love that I have for my community, and love I have for people to the Senate.
Wonderful. Tell me, what do you think the biggest challenges are facing residents of District 19, and how would you plan to address them as a state senator?
Well, my campaign is built on 7 pillars. One of them is strong schools. I honestly believe that if we can get our students to stay in school and graduate, that will help reduce youth violence, as well as prepare them for the economy, and so that they will have great jobs or either be entrepreneurs themselves. Strong communities where we have a working relationship with the police. I believe in community policing. Good jobs, good paying jobs where people can work and be able to take care of their families and themselves, feel good about themselves. Affordable housing. We have 100 people move into the city every single day, so we need affordable housing. Also, transportation. If anybody gets stuck in traffic, they know that we have to do something about transportation.
Yes.
I served as chairperson of the Tennessee Black Caucus, and one of my major initiatives and thrusts was criminal justice reform, and so we've done a tremendous amount of work in that area. It's been said that approximately 80% of the people who go to prison will come back out. We want them to be productive and to have good jobs. So we really need to address criminal justice reform. And then finally, health care. About 400,000 people in this entire state either don't have insurance or they are underinsured. And I think what most people don't recognize is when you don't have insurance, your only alternative is to go into emergency room. In most situations, they kind of prop you up, pat you up, and push you back out the door. And sometimes you don't get treated in a very respectable and humane way. So I want to do what I can to make sure that Tennessee either adopts Insure Tennessee or something comparable to that.
Wonderful. So you've given a lot of great priorities. So if you had to pick one, what would be your top priority? If you could only do one thing, what would that one thing be and why?
The one thing that I think is the most important of the issues that I've shared with you, that would be tough because all of them are so important.
All of them are very important.
All of them are so important. I would say strong neighborhoods, because strong neighborhoods have so many arms that reach out. They reach out to schools, they reach out to employers, they reach out to making people, creating jobs, and transportation, I would say, yes.
Yeah, so that's the one that catches everything. Okay, wonderful. So you are a policymaker. You've been a lawmaker for a while now. And I know that you've had a lot of success advocating for the residents here. So as a senator, if you could wave a magic wand and change one policy or piece of legislation or adjust the existing rule in the book, what would that be and why?
Well, I have a piece of legislation now that I think is really, really terrific. It's called primary care. And what it provides is alternative sentencing. As you probably know, the majority of households are run by women, female women. So this legislation gives the judges a tool. So when someone has committed a non-violent offense, rather than sending them to prison, which costs about $37,000 a year, then they can either put them in some kind of program, vocational program, If they have drug problem, they can offer them resources to get them off drugs. But it's a way to keep families together. Historically, if your parents are in prison, there's a high chance that the children will also go to prison. So this is an opportunity, again, to make families strong and keep moms and dads with their children.
Right, that goes back to that strong community piece. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
So what steps have prepared you, do you think? What steps have you taken, or what roles have you participated in that you feel have prepared you to be state senator?
Mm-hmm. Well, again, even when I was a young girl, I always been a volunteer in the community. When I was a young mom, it was always me who was organizing the health fairs and carpooling and those type of things. So it was just a natural transition, I think, for me to get into politics. I call myself a public servant.
Mm-hmm.
And so, again, I've served as 8 years as a Metro Councilwoman. And then I enjoyed being a public servant so much that I offered myself and ran as state representative. And I've been in this position since 2006.
Mm-hmm.
And the opportunity has presented itself. I'd like to go to the state senate, where there's a smaller group, 33 Senate members, an opportunity to exchange and communicate on a more personal basis and use my experience of reaching across the aisles to get things done for my community.
Love it, love it. So I'm going to ask you a really hard question now.
Okay.
And that question is simply, why should the voters elect you?
Well, my theme is Brenda Gilmore, for the people, trusted, proven, strong leadership. And I think if they look at me and look at my track record, I think the voters will see that I've always, if there was a option choosing between corporate America or the people, I've always chosen working class people and done everything that I could to make them strong and to choose the laws and policies that will help build families.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So how can the voters learn more about you and your campaign?
Well, of course, I would welcome anyone to call me. There's nothing secretive about me. I'll give out my cell number, 615-429-5790, or email me, brenda.gilmore@comcast.net.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
That's all we have. Thank you for watching Trending with the Tennessee Tribune.
Thank you.